This video will show you how to set up and configure the V-Go Dynamic Load Management System for any of the models of V-Go chargers. This video uses a single-phase charger to demonstrate. However, the same process is also used for the 3-phase R22 model. As well as watching this video, we recommend that you read the installation manual for more detailed wiring diagrams. How it works. Here you can see the typical setup in a household where the electricity from the grid enters the home and is split up into the different sections of the house via the consumer unit. When installing an EV charger, a new branch is created. In typical dynamic load management systems, the EV charger will be connected directly to the CT clamp measuring the incoming current. This wire is very long and often needs to be extended to reach the charger. Sometimes it may not even be possible to connect depending on the location of the charger and the consumer unit. To solve this issue, we have implemented a system that communicates the data from the CT clamp via the power lines. In our system, the CT clamp is connected to the DLM box. This box comes as standard with every V-Go charger. This box is then connected back to the main circuit, either via the consumer unit or via a 3-pin plug to a wall outlet. Either way, the DLM box will then send the signal coming from the CT clamp to the charger via the power lines. To set this system up, in addition to needing the DLM box and the CT clamp that can be found in the packaging, you will also require either a 3-pin plug and wire or just the wire. To configure the box, you will need a device that can connect to Wi-Fi that can also search the web. First, find the position where you are going to mount the DLM box, mark the holes, and proceed to fix the box to the wall. Then, unplug the CT clamp connector and unscrew terminals 1A positive and 1A negative. Connect the black CT clamp wire to 1A negative and the red wire to 1A positive. If installing the DLM box for the R22 model, make sure you connect the second and third CT clamp to 1B and 1C terminals, following the same pattern. Once these are secured, reconnect the green CT clamp connector to the DLM box and position the CT clamp around the live inlet wire to the property. If connecting 3 CT clamps for the R22 model, make sure CT clamp A goes around line 1, CT clamp B goes around line 2, and CT clamp C goes around line 3. Please refer to the installation manual for more detailed wiring diagrams. Now to connect the power. Whether you are using a 3-pin plug for power or connecting the DLM box directly to the consumer unit, the first step is the same. You will need to unplug the green power connector at the bottom and secure the live wire to the L terminal and the neutral wire to the N terminal. Once these wires are secure, reconnect the green power connector to the DLM box. If connecting the power lines directly to the consumer unit, you will need to connect the other end of the live and neutral wire to any live and neutral position in the consumer unit. If using a 3-pin socket, connect it to the nearest power outlet. When powering on the DLM box, there should be a red light that turns to green after a few seconds. Once this is done, follow the next steps to configure the DLM box. Configuring the DLM box means setting the maximum current that the property can withdraw from the grid. By default, this value is set to 60 amps, as this is the most common among households. If the property has a limit of 60, then there is no need to change any settings. If the current limit is higher than 60, then you should set the exact value by following these next steps. The first step is to put your chosen device into flight mode. Ensure that all nearby Wi-Fi networks are either forgotten or auto reconnect is deselected. Select the SSID titled DLB_soft tap. There is no password, so once you are connected, go to your web browser and type in 192.168.4.1. The web page will look identical to that of the web page that you used to configure the Wi-Fi settings for the charger. Click on the DLM page in the bottom right hand corner. Type in the number for the current limit and click confirm. Wait for the grey box to state DLM configuration successful. You have now completed the setup and configuration of the dynamic load management system. Thank you for watching. Check out our next video on how to configure the Wi-Fi settings.